We have seen ups and downs on the path and journey toward mobility, and in some areas, including electrification, we have now moved beyond the turning point.
We've been talking about mobility in fleet for a number of years now. We've been talking about the path towards zero emissions, the path towards zero accidents or reduced accidents, and the path towards zero ownership. We always talked about this in terms of a path and a journey, and we know that in every journey there are ups and downs and there are hurdles to overcome. We are progressively going over some of those hurdles, I think, in terms of electrification. Some big milestones have been hit. We will see the first cities in the US now also implement congestion charging, as we're already familiar with it from cities in Europe, and that's a big drive towards electrification. And it's, of course, forcing fleets to rethink, but the early indication is that they'll just get on with it. They accept that, and they see now that there's actually a TCO benefit towards electrification. New York City has basically said, yeah, electric vehicles, clear case, TCO is better. So we are on electrification in many, many use cases, beyond the turning point even. That's not, again, all use cases, but a lot of them. On autonomous, again, we probably need to differentiate a little bit. We have the promise of full autonomy, in other words, level 4 autonomy or level 5 autonomy, and that remains a promise, and there are certain use cases where we can already implement it today. We're showing some of those here at the event, where fully autonomous shuttles are bringing people around at airports, in parking lots, in closed environments. Those are genuine use cases today that we couldn't ignore and we shouldn't ignore. But on the flip side, kind of in mass transportation and with cars, we still have some ways to go, even to get to full level 2 autonomy, where everybody in every fleet has all of their vehicles equipped with the advanced driver assistance systems. We need that. It is a big, big push, and I would really insist that every fleet manager equips their vehicles with the best and highest levels of semi-autonomous features or advanced driver assistance systems as possible. Finally, on shared, there are fleet managers who are embracing their role as mobility managers. They're taking a look at all of the different options that are available with corporate car sharing. And we see even destination travel where taxis and rental cars are almost wiped off the map by the likes of Uber and ride sharing for business travel. And the same can happen, of course, for especially urban-based organizations. We're beginning to see it. Probably slower progress than we initially hoped, but that's because we compare different cities, different countries, and in some countries we're seeing very, very fast progress. In the US, perhaps not quite yet, but when that tide turns, it can happen very, very quickly.